We used a range of new media technologies in like the construction, research, planning, and evaluation stages. In the research and planning, it was a lot of internet usage, particularly YouTube, looking up other documentary trailers, videos, getting screenshots from them to annotate and analyse them to see the codes and conventions which we could use in our own ones. For research, we were using various websites such as SurveyMonkey, where we could reach out to our audiences both in the college and out of it and get various bits of feedback into it. We used WordPress to display our entire coursework module. Just everything is on WordPress, so it's easy to get to. We used all the drop down menus and made it so it was all clear and laid out, so it was very useful to navigate around the site to get to where you need to very quickly. It worked very well because you could paste in all your other media and research that you got from the other technologies, so it was really good and worked in conjunction very well with them. We used the Apple Macs to use this, as they're very good for image editing and media, that kind of thing, so they were very useful because they can run a lot of programs and very good with imagery.
In terms of constructing our project, particularly with the main production, we used a variety of cameras, this being the DSLR cameras for photography, for studio-based work, the video cameras for actually filming the project, and a tripod for being able to keep the camera steady during the interview sequences. We used 2 Adobe programs editing the footage we got from the DSLR and video cameras, Adobe Premiere for the video editing, and Adobe Photoshop for the photo editing. Adobe Premiere is a really good program used by industry professionals, as is Adobe Photoshop. So by using these 2 technologies, we basically were able to create a more professional and industry standard quality production.
We also used some new and unique technologies for our ancillary projects, as we used the M Audio Microtrack 2 to record our radio trailer and this current evaluation right here. We used Photoshop again to create our magazines, as you can easily use all the tools such as the layout and easily put text in, move it about, move images, and it all does the dimensions and everything for you, so you can get it even and get a proper professional magazine layout. So it was a really good program to use for that. Then again, we also used Premiere Pro to edit the radio trailer, as it's a very simple site, it's very quick, it's easy to navigate, you can easily do the cuts that we needed to do to splice it together to make it sound like a professional product.
For our evaluation, we used a wide range of technologies as well. For the first question, we used Microsoft PowerPoint. This was because it's an established way of presenting ideas and work, and we've used it for many years in previous schools and on different projects. For our second question, we use a similar program to PowerPoint called Prezi, where you can present ideas on a slide format, although it is based on one image and it jumps from part to part on the image and is much more visual. As it's a more modern program, we showed how modern our project is and how forward-thinking our technologies are. For question 3, we used the video cameras again to have an on-screen discussion about the technology we used. And for question 4, this current question, we're using the M Audio recorder again.
Mostly our project consisted of digital technologies, using computers for pretty much everything. The Mac was used in almost every stage of our project, as well as the cameras. For some of our feedback that we got, sort of 3/4 of the way through the project, we presented our documentary to our classmates and we got them to write down feedback on a sheet, almost like a survey, but we got it down on a physical small sheet of paper, so we could get the opinions of each individual as to what was good about our project and what was bad about it. This was nice, as it was a small sheet of paper and they were easy to organise, and we didn't have to go through the hassle of waiting for everyone to post it on a blog at a separate time. or have to rely on them to do a survey monkey, which may result in some like silly answers from friends. So we managed to get some professional, proper feedback for our project, which allowed us to make some changes to ultimately make our product that extra little bit better than it was. The technologies were all very useful because they all worked with each other. Like, being able to use the same Mac throughout our entire project meant all our work was in the same place at the same time. We didn't have to like jump computers. It all worked in combination. All the programs were installed on a Mac. Photoshop, Premiere, Prezi was online, PowerPoint was on there. All the social media that we used to gather some feedback and get the research that we needed. So it was all very nicely linked. It saved us a lot of time not having to jump between using various technologies, as it was all accessible and easy to use from one Mac.